we are here with the amazing Justice.
Hola.
How are you doing?
Good. Muy bien.
It's an absolute pleasure to have you here. And we were wondering earlier, how sort of nervous were you about returning, the big return?
You mean like on stage or on
Yeah.
record?
Well, both really, particularly on stage.
Yeah, on stage we are very nervous, more so than on the record. Just because it takes a special personality to go on stage and really like be comfortable in front of a lot of people, and we still are a bit shy, so it's not natural for us. And then we manage to get into it, and by the end it's fine. But no, we're like I would say pretty nervous.
How many shows does it take more or less to get back into the groove?
100 at least.
Yeah, no, but at least, I don't know, maybe 20, 30, something like this. But we don't know. Like the first one that we did at Coachella, we were very, not tense, but we were very focused and everything. And then by the second one, it was already better, and so it's incremental. And that's also the magic of like the brain, is that you have like the adrenaline and everything, so it makes you calm down and not be like completely like dazzling and not knowing what you do. So it's okay, but we're still pretty nervous before coming on stage.
Because it's quite bipolar, isn't it? So you go from being super introspective in the studio, in a happy place, I guess, to then having to be in front of so many people, and suddenly from being introspective to being super out there.
Yes. Yeah, no, you're right. But that's the two sides of the job. Like of course we want to make like the music that's as specific as possible and personal, and at the same time we want as many people as possible to listen to it. So we have to do a lot of things that are a bit counterintuitive. I wouldn't say bad or good or whatever, but for example, like talking about our record being filmed is like it's essential, because otherwise nobody knows that you made a record. And at the same time, we think that there's nothing better than listening to a record or watching a film without knowing anything, without watching a trailer, and to have a surprise. So we have to combine like a bit of those two. So
I wonder, when you're on tour, do you have any like weird obsessions? I feel like every tour can sometimes it's easy to become obsessed with maybe a board game, or do you have any obsessions when you're on tour?
Yeah, our lives are full of obsessions. Like we live by obsessions, and I'm not gonna say we. I'm just gonna say I am very superstitious. So yeah, my whole life is dictated by superstition. Yeah.
I collect crystals when I'm on tour. So like
Okay,
before
cool.
a show, like I'll find a crystal shop and I'll like come back with. Yeah, it's not so cool when you have like a million rocks in your suitcase.
That's cool to make collections. And we are both like kind of collectors of various things. Yeah.
Gaspar, any obsessions?
Too many, yeah, sadly. No, I mean, on tour, like, actually, I collect a lot of stuff, but Xavier is collecting city magnets. So he has a fridge like full of magnets. But the thing is that they got very ugly like recently, so yeah. It's hard to find the good ones.
I want to ask about hyperdrama. Was the idea to react a bit against what people think of you?
What do you mean?
Well, I think I remember you saying somewhere that people from Justice, a lot of people expect loud noises. They expect the Marshall amps of many, many years ago. And there is some of that on the new album, but there's also a lot of smoother things.
Yeah, but it's always been like that, and actually the great thing about Justice is that, at least for us, we don't know what people expect from us, because probably like our most popular song is a disco track sung by children, and also there's a tougher side, but there's always been a romantic side to our music, at least melancholic, and so that's great. So we can navigate between those two extremes that we love. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's true that we hear that a lot, and from all kind of people. Like even when we meet producers or whatever, they tell us, this is what we want. We want to have the nasty side, and at the same time, I think our 4 most popular tracks are DNC, probably Neverender, Where Are Your Friends, and maybe Safe and Sound from a Woman, and they don't have this noise component at all. So who knows what people expect from us, and that's why we got freed from that from the beginning, and we just do what we want to do. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work, but that's fine.
Well, so yeah, I was going to ask, do you feel like as artists it's your duty to kind of rebel against what's expected? And do you feel like by rebelling you're actually extending your career?
No, but the only thing we are trying to stay away from is to have like instant feedback, because it's like the worst thing you can have as an artist. Just asking people what they want, like it's the death of everything.
One thing after your Coachella set, a lot of people were talking about gabber, which I wasn't expecting. Is that something that comes through in your live set?
I'm just noticing, like, you guys don't have Spanish accents at all. You're British, right?
I'm half English, half Spanish.
British Irish.
Okay, yeah, but you sound very British. But is it like a Spanish media or it's a British
It's
media?
international, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, so what was the question?
Gabber.
Gabber, yeah.
Okay, well, I saw. I didn't go to Coachella, sadly, but
Okay.
I read the reviews, and a lot of people were saying like, Justice did a really gabber influenced set, which was not what I was expecting.
Gabber infused.
No, like if you go to our show thinking it's gonna be gabber, it's gonna be a big disappointment. But that's the thing, is that we're not too big on electronic music or on dance music, at least. And but within the dance music world, we've always liked this kind of like hardcore gabber energy. And it's true that on Hyperdrama there are like some tracks that have like this type of gabber sounds, but in a more sensitive environment. And in our show there's gonna be a couple of moments, but it's not a gabber show.
So I was at your first Primavera Sound, which is in 2012.
No,
I believe? Was that the first one?
I think it was in 2006.
2006?
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've been here 3 times then at Primavera Sound.
But I can't remember 2012. I remember like 6, 7, something like this, or 7, 8.
So I danced more than I ever danced in my whole life in
Really?
2012. Yes, you guys were playing a stage that's just in front. Like the stage I don't think even exists anymore because it was facing like the mountain, like the...
Okay.
And yeah, I had the best night of my life.
So
It
see,
was...
I can't remember this.
Well, that means it was a good night, right?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
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 So what can we expect from tonight's sets?
Yeah, that's the thing, is that it's impossible to know in advance, and sometimes you play like a festival that you love, and things are like can be amazing, or people can be a bit quiet. Like we have no idea, honestly. We hope it's gonna be fun.
Live electronic music is a very interesting thing. How much of a space is there for total spontaneity in what you do?
There's a lot of space, but when we play, we have zero spontaneity. Like we have a plan and we try to follow it as the best we can. And that's the thing, is that because Justice on stage is basically 4 members, so there's the 2 of us operating the music. So it's like we're the conductors and or like an orchestra chief, and players also at the same time. There's our light engineer, and generally he's like 200 meters away from us. We can't talk to him, and
he's blind too. Yeah.
Everything is triggered by hand, so there's no time code. So in order to make something that looks tight, he's got to know exactly what we're gonna do. So let's say like there's no space really for like, oh yeah, like right now I feel good in that zone, we're gonna extend it a bit more or whatever. Like we don't do that. And there's also like the guy operating like all like everything that's moving on stage, and that's the same thing. It's like it's triggered by hand, and he's on the side of the stage. So the four of us, we have to be synchronized without talking to each other. So we have a plan. We know what we're gonna do, and when it doesn't, when we have to improvise, it's because we have a technical problem. So generally, it's not a good sign. But also the truth is that like after a couple of shows, or not couple, but we know like the shape of a track that works the best, and at some point there's no use like extending like a part by 64 bars, or it's.
So what's the most spontaneous thing that's happened to you in the crowd then, like whilst playing a festival?
But well, like
dodging a bottle, probably. Yeah.
oh, yeah, or catching one. Once I struck like a cameraman filming us in Las Vegas with a bottle. Like he was filming us, and I could see him like he was on the balcony, and I was making him sign to tell him like to stop filming us, and he kind of like said, yeah, fuck you, I can like film you. So I grabbed the bottle and I shot him like straight in the camera. That was like a 1,000 points
Yeah,
shot.
but that must have felt really good for you, right?
Not too much. Like I instantly regretted it, and then of course we had like problems afterwards. And in terms of music improvisation, a very good example is Coachella 2012. We couldn't start on time because we had like technical issues. So we were planned to play like 60 minutes, and we played like 30 minutes, something like this. So we couldn't play only the first 30 minutes or the last 30 minutes, so we had like to improvise and go through all the songs like much quicker. So to answer your question, like from 5 minutes ago, we can do whatever we want, but unless we have a problem, we just follow plan.
So we know you're very busy, and we're going to have to let you go. There's just one more question I want to answer.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favourite sound?
The sound of a kid smiling.
Gaspar?
The sound of a bird smiling.
Perfect.
The sound of Spanish people laughing. It's a ha ha ha, it's like a J-A-J-A.
It took me a long time to get used to that, I tell you.
Ah, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, you live in Spain?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have the best of both worlds, really, don't we?
Exactly. So tonight, it sounds like it could all go wrong, but it won't. I'm looking forward to it.
Hopefully.
Like, don't jinx us.
No,
I told you I was
It
superstitious.
certainly won't. It certainly won't. It certainly won't.
Okay.
Now I've said it, it can't happen. That's the
Well,
superstition.
like, that's another, like, okay, we have to stop talking about like things like this.
All right.
Good luck tonight. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Saying good luck is bad luck too. It's superstition. Like you say break a leg, or
Break a leg.
we say merde in French.
Merde.
Merde. Break a
Merde.
leg.
Beaucoup merde.
I'm not gonna say thank you because it's gonna be bad luck too, but
Yeah, superstitious indeed.